Adrien Rabiot to Manchester United. Arsenal will lose their leader for 100 million. Rodrigo's new club. All of this and more in today's episode. Hey everyone, welcome to our roundup of the top football news. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. If you've already subscribed, let's get started. Football Insider reports that Adrien Rabiot is keen to remain in Europe amid interest from Newcastle United and Manchester United. Both clubs are seeking reinforcements in midfield and view Rabiot as a prime candidate. The Frenchman is currently a free agent after leaving Juventus in June and has had lucrative offers from Saudi Arabia, all of which he has rejected. Manchester United are in talks with Adrien, but the midfielder's wage demands are proving to be too high for the Old Trafford side. The French star has also proved to be too expensive for Newcastle, who will need him to lower his wage demands. Following his exclusion from the French national team by Didier Deschamps due to his free agent status, Adrien may be willing to lower his wage expectations, especially as Newcastle have improved their initial offer. It is clear that the French midfielder has a strong desire to remain in Europe and play at the highest level, and I think he will be able to agree on a salary, whether it be with Manchester United or Newcastle. We'll have to wait and see. Todo Fichajes reports that Rodrigo is PSG's primary target for the next transfer window. Real Madrid had no plans to sell Rodrigo, but recent events have shaken the Brazilian's untouchable status. His recent statements on ESPN did not sit well with the Madrid club's management, and the player is not entirely satisfied with his role in the team. Although Goes claims to be a team player, a certain discomfort is evident, and Real Madrid wants to resolve these misunderstandings as soon as possible. In principle, it is unlikely that Rodrigo will leave the Royal Club in the winter transfer window, but if a good offer arrives at the end of the season, Real will consider it. Florentino Perez has said that negotiations for Goes could start at 110 to 120 million euros. In addition to PSG, Rodrigo is also being actively pursued by Liverpool and Manchester City. The English giants also see the Brazilian as a long-term reinforcement. Much will depend on the sale of Rodrigo, on whether Vinicius leaves the club next season. After all, Real has a crazy offer from Saudi Arabia of around 300 million euros, and Vinicius is expected to earn around 1.5 billion euros in Arabia. Vinicius has refused so far, but it is not excluded that next summer the Brazilian will agree to move to Saudi Arabia, as it is just crazy money. The Athletic journalist David Ornstein reports that Arsenal head coach Mikel Arteta will remain at the Emirates. The coach's current contract expires in the summer of 2025. According to a source, it will be extended for another 3 years, until 2027. Arteta has agreed to sign a new contract. Arsenal are very happy with Arteta, and the Spaniard has a plan for the team's progress. The parties are ready to discuss the continuation of cooperation in the near future. Arteta will become one of the highest-paid coaches in Europe under the new deal. Exactly how much he will earn is still unknown. Continuing the theme of Arsenal, the team's main defender William Saliba is being actively pursued by Real Madrid. Madrid has a real curse with the center of defense. Alaba and Militao are constantly injured and the club cannot fully rely on them, but it will be very difficult for them to get Saliba, as William is one of the pillars of Mikel Arteta's team. The 23-year-old has been playing for the Gunners since 2019, when Arsenal bought the footballer from Saint-Etienne for 30 million euros. Since then, the central defender has had several loan spells to hone himself as an elite footballer. The emergence of the Spanish coach at the helm has made the defender an indispensable figure, and he has become one of the best in his position. Arsenal will not let Saliba go for less than 100 million euros. Real Madrid is ready to pay such a round sum, but William is also being sought after by other top clubs, such as Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich, and the competition between such eminent clubs for the central defender can further increase his value. Manchester City wants to extend the contract of their team leader Rodri, according to several media outlets. The Spanish player has been a key player in Pep Guardiola's scheme in recent years. The Madrilenian's contract with City runs until June 2027, and according to Transfermarkt, his value reaches 130 million euros. Given Real Madrid's interest in Rodri, Manchester City has started working on preparing a contract extension offer. The English team is ready to offer the Spaniard a salary of £450,000 per week, which would make him one of the highest paid players in the team, along with Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Keep watching for more football action and have a wonderful day.